We will start tonight with Dale Herron. Dale Herron is being honored for his distinguished service to Olympia High School. He has served as teacher, coach, vice principal, and principal of Olympia High School. Dale, you want to come up? In his own high school years, Dale was an outstanding student leader and a star athlete at Hoquiam High School.
He played football and basketball at Grays Harbor Junior College before transferring to the University of Oregon, where he continued playing basketball.
Dale Herron led the University of Oregon basketball team in scoring and led that team to the NCAA Elite Eight tournament in 1959. That year's team was inducted into the Oregon Hall of Fame in 1997. Dale has received many educational service awards as principal, including the Washington Award for Excellence for Principals in 1987.
Dale Herron, for your distinguished service to Olympia High School, we induct you into the Olympia High School Hall of Fame. Would you like to take a few moments and address the audience?
The Alumni Association presents these plaques to each inductee. You probably saw many of them on the table out in the Commons, and this is the one that we have prepared for Dale. This will go into, will be on a permanent display in the Alumni Hall across from the office, and it has Dale's high school picture and his current picture with all his awards underneath.
I got to catch my breath here because I've been kind of overwhelmed by this whole process. And sitting out there watching the seniors go by, I realized that they were entering kindergarten when I retired. So I really had nothing to do with them. I was really set back when they told me that I had received this award. I'm honored and I'm humbled because even last night I sat down and thought about the 100 years at Olympia High School and all the great faculty members and staff members they've had go through this school, and then all the great graduates they've had go through this school, and I was selected as one of the recipients. I would probably say it's one of the highest honors I've received in my career, or my life, I should say. I'd like to thank the honor, what do they call it, the Hall of Fame Committee, the association, the Alumni Association, and Olympia High School is a great high school. I hope this, and I'm sure from what I see up here and saw up here on stage tonight, that the students realize that. The chapter that I had at Olympia High School was also a great one. And after I retired, trying to find something to do, I worked 6 years for Heritage College supervising wannabe principals in different schools around Northwest Washington. I was probably saying 6 years I was in 80 different schools, and I did not find one school where the climate and the attitude of the school, starting with, which I found out is, I knew before I retired, but after I retired, how important those first people are that meet you, the secretaries and the office people, and then the students that open the doors for you, and how comfortable a stranger feels in a school. And nowhere did I find one high school or school that I was involved in that I thought treated people like they do here at Olympia High School. But one of the things I learned early on in my career was rely heavily on your family. And I had a great wife that I wish was here tonight, Darlene, to share this experience with me. And I had two daughters, Cindy and Kathy, that are here tonight that went to Olympia High School and had their dad for vice principal and principal. Now you can imagine how much fun that was. But they never brought home a boy that I didn't know something about. I had them checked out. And one of the things that really made me feel proud of Olympia High School was they went to school a total of 8 years, freshman through 12, the two of them, and only one time did a student say something negative to one of my daughters about me. Yeah, it's too bad he didn't graduate, but in fact, maybe he did somewhere, but not here. One of the things I really miss is the times we had at lunchtime and the laughter that took place within the counseling office. I would also mention the district office. We had a good working relationship with the district office most of the time, and that was helpful. Then I think through the department heads, the teaching staff was excellent, my assistant principals, and I said I wasn't going to mention any of them, but Bob Ward and Dick Allen and Bill McGuire, we all worked very closely together. They're here tonight, so I thought I'd mention them. And then beyond that, we started 1 year, long time ago, the student government, because I thought students should have a voice in the decision-making process of the school. And they took their job seriously and helped the climate of the school. And our parents and all of those came together, and I am receiving the award for what I think is one of the top high schools in the country. And I really believe that. And it's really nice to be back here. My late wife, Darlene, and I went to Hoquiam High School, as was mentioned here. We had a reunion, I had a reunion, and I didn't want to go to the reunion alone, and I felt kind of out of place after 47 years of marriage. And my two daughters said that they would go with me. And so they talked me into going to the reunion. And then after a couple months of agreeing that they'd go, I thought, well, that's kind of baby, taking my daughters to the reunion. And I tried to get out of it, and they wouldn't let me. They'll do anything to get out of their houses, too. And it really turned out great for two reasons. One, they met the class. I'm a class of 56 in Hoquiam. They met all these people that knew their mother, and they get to talk to them from a whole different perspective of what type of person she was in high school. The second thing is, rooming right next to us was a friend of mine that my wife and I used to date with Linda Marcus and Marlowe, and her husband Jerry Marlowe, who passed away. And they were in the room. She was in the room next to us, and my daughters and I invited her to some of the events that they had as far as the reunion. Linda and I exchanged emails, addresses, and phone numbers, and began talking. And Linda knew the hole that losing my wife had left in me, because she had gone through the same experience. Well, we conversed and emailed, and she helped me through one of the blackest times of my life, as did my family, as did my friends. And as a result of that, which neither one of us would have ever guessed, but we are engaged. One good woman in her life, and now I've got two, and I really feel blessed, and my life has really been, I've had a great life. I want to wish Olympia High School well. I again want to thank all the members of the committees that made this possible, and go Bears.
Thank you.